Hello, welcome to Analyzing. Today we'll start a new topic, that is probability tree diagrams. We'll see what are these, why we draw them, and how to draw them. In the next class, we'll see the questions on these probability trees, but as of now, we'll see how to draw them exactly. So first, let me see why the tree diagrams are important. So basically, they represent a series of either independent events or conditional probabilities. Now, what are conditional probabilities? So basically, they are the measure of probability of an event occurring given that another event has already occurred. Okay, to clear you, I'm taking one example. It says there are two bags. First bag contains two blue balls and one red ball. Another bag contains, this is second bag, it contains three blue balls and two red balls. One ball is taken at random from the first bag and another is taken at random from the another bag, that is from the second bag. First, complete the tree diagram. So we are completing. Let me see how to draw these tree diagrams. See, let me take the first bag. If I am selecting, I have to select one ball from the first bag. So it can be blue ball, it can be red ball. So it can be a blue ball and it can be a red ball. Definitely, because there are only two colored balls. One can be blue and another can be red. There is no other third condition. Now let me see what's the probability of selecting blue ball. So it is 2 divided by 3 because there are two balls. So I can select two blue balls out of three balls because in total in first bag there are three balls. Now let me see the probability of selecting red ball. So there is only one red ball and you are selecting it from three balls. So this is the probability. Now let me shift this here. Okay. Now I have to select one ball from the second bag. I have selected one ball from the first bag and I have seen their probability. Now let me see what will happen. How can I select the balls from the second bag? If I have selected blue ball from the previous bag, either I can select a blue ball or I can select a red ball. And if I have selected red one, definitely now from the second bag I can either select blue ball or I can select red ball. Again I'm repeating, if from the first bag I have selected blue ball and now I have to select one ball from the second bag, so again I have two conditions, I have two options. I can either select the blue or I can select red. Now if I selected red ball, definitely again I will be having the two different options. Either I can select blue ball or I can select red ball. Now let me see what's the probability of selecting blue ball from the second bag. So there are three blue balls, 3, and I'm selecting out of 5 total. There are 5 balls out of 5. So 3 over 5 is my probability of selecting blue ball. From here, I have 2 red balls and I'm selecting out of 5. Or there is another way, because we all know that the sum of the probabilities are always 1. So if you have calculated it to be 3 over 5, then second will be 1 minus 3 over 5, that is 2 over 5. So you can do this question in either way. Now if I'm selecting red ball, 2 and out of 3, so this is my probability, and for blue ball it's 3 out of 5. So this is how you have to draw a probability diagram, and also you can just divide this this manner, like to separate it out, that this is for the first bag and this is for the second bag. Clearly these two are independent variables, independent events. Okay, now see this question. It says a bag contains 5 red balls and 4 blue balls. 2 balls are selected at random one by one given that there is no replacement. You need to work out for the tree diagram. So one by one you have to select the balls, which means you have 2 different conditions. You need to separate this into 2 different ways, which means selecting one ball and then selecting second ball. Let me separate it out. Now, for the first one, when you select the first ball, when you are selecting the first ball, you have 2 different options. Either you can select red or you can select blue ball. Clearly, this is from the same bag. In the previous question, there were 2 different bags, but here if there is only one bag and you are selecting balls one by one. So when you select the first ball, you have 2 different options. Either you can select a red ball or you can select a blue ball. When you are selecting a red ball, the probability of selecting red ball is 5 divided by total number of balls, that is 9. And if you have selected the blue ball, then 4 blue balls out of 9. This is the probability when you select the first ball. And since it's mentioned there is no replacement, so when you're going to select the second one, there's already one gone. Okay, because you have already selected one, and since there is no replacement, which means when doesn't matter which colored ball you have selected, but you have selected one, which means now remaining balls are 8. So if you have selected one red ball, now either you can select a red ball or you can select a blue ball. Either you can select a red one or blue one. See, if you have selected red already, which means now there are 4 red balls remaining in the bag. And total balls are 8 because 4 blue balls are remaining. The probability is 4 out of 8. And for blue, 4 out of 8. Now if you have selected blue ball, if you have already selected blue ball, again you have 2 different conditions. Either you can select red or you can select blue. But since you have already selected blue, so now you have 3 blue balls and 5 red balls. Because in the first case you have selected 1 blue ball. So now you have 3 blue balls and 5 red balls. So probability of selecting red ball is 5 over 8. And probability of selecting blue ball is 3 over 8. So this is how you can complete a tree diagram when one event is dependent on the another event. In the next class we will see more tree diagrams, and as well as we'll do the questions. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.